You before here on this show how certain broadcasters really have no control now over their, and I use this term loosely, alleged talent stars. They don't know how to control them simply because they're frightened apparently of losing them. And I find this incredible. There was a story the other day basically claiming that the disgraced TV presenter from Qgate, Holly Willoughby, well, she was going to deflect, should I say, to the BBC. And, oh, they were so frightened apparently at ITV. Now, let's just surmise Holly Willoughby, a very pretty girl nonetheless, can read an alto cue well. But let's not forget, she's not an actress. She can't sing. She can't dance. To my knowledge, she can't act. So what does she do? She looks incredibly good on camera and can read links. Not exactly major talent, but apparently the BBC are willing to offer anything to make sure that she'll come over to them. It's a bit like this particular lady here, Claudia Winkleman, one of the highest paid people on the BBC. Only because, again, she can read an auto cue, pretends to be daft and throw out odd shapes and claims, she's scatty. This is one very shrewd and calculating businesswoman, trust me. Now, Claudia recently, regarding the coronation, was on radio and basically said, absolutely, the coronation looked like a Tory Christmas party. No apology yet from Claudia, even though the BBC apparently was supposed to be cracking down on this sort of behaviour. Fascinating stuff, isn't it, when you think about it? But this is literally, quite honestly, the BBC. And now there was another story about how the coronation cost the BBC so much money that they had to scrap one of their much favoured programmes coming out around about late summer, Autumn Watch. This is with Chris Packham and Michaela Strachan, and it's a really delightful programme where, they show nature emerging in different seasons. Really, really great fun, sort of thing to watch. But apparently they can't afford the BBC now to screen this because all the money's gone on the coronation. What's the true story? Well, the true story is simply this. It's a very expensive programme to make. Ratings are not what they were. People were watching it on catch-up or indeed just watching clips of it on digital platforms. So again, it's very easy, isn't it, to blame someone else, particularly in this case, the monarchy, who don't answer back. Now, a lot of people say, oh, Neil, you just support the monarchy. I'm telling you the facts as they are. It's just ridiculous, The BBC have millions of pounds. They spend millions on the likes of Claudia Winkleman and Gary Lineker. But of course, it doesn't matter, does it? Because they're talented people. If they really wanted to put this programme on, they could. But how negative to actually claim they simply can't afford it, all thanks to the spectacular worldwide success via their own platform, the BBC, of the recent coronation of King Charles III. Is it any wonder less and less people wish to buy a BBC TV licence? Aren't they daft? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.